Okay, so let us start from the first rule, which says when a word has a short sound, it is usually spelled with one vowel letter followed by one or more consonant letters. So we all know that in CVC, when you have we call them CVC words. So in a CVC word, we have the short vowel, like in cat, dog, sit. So there will be only one vowel letter and it will be followed by consonant. That means you have short sound of short vowel sound will always be followed by a consonant. The vowel which has a short sound will always be followed by a consonant. Okay. When a word has a long vowel sound, it is usually spelled with a vowel letter followed by a silent E. Now we know we have done this as magic E, where we know that kit becomes kite. So the short sound will change into the long sound if you have a silent E at the end. Okay. So if you have an E at the end, okay. Then we have done when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. So that is your two vowels. And the first vowel will say its name and the second vowel will be silent. Okay. So the first vowel will say its name, which is long vowel sound, A, E, I, O, U. But the second vowel is going to be silent. Then we know that the letter Y at the end of the word gives long I sound. Can you give more examples for the fourth one in the chat box? Y at the end in a monosyllable word. So it's a monosyllable word. Only one vowel sound at the end, which is I sound. So that will come from Y and not from I. Okay. Yes, I can read the examples. Good. Then we have Y if it is coming in the beginning. Okay. If it is coming in the beginning of a word, then it gives a consonant ear sound or sometimes in the middle also. Now, we are doing syllables. So we know that when will it give consonant sound and when will it give a vowel sound. So represents a consonant sound as in the word beyond. So in the word beyond, you can see that by is the starting of the second syllable. So technically it is coming at the beginning only, beginning of the second syllable, beyond, right? Because O is a short sound. Okay. So, Varsha, is it clear? All if you quickly find out the pronunciation of beyond. Google the pronunciation of beyond and write in the chat box. Yes. So that's the reason Y is going to the next syllable. And when it is going to the next syllable, that means it is the starting of the syllable. And when it is starting, then it gives the consonant sound and not the vowel sound. We have already done Now, Varsha, I hope this is clear. Right? Now we have done that Y is changed to I when you add, when you have the plural, or when you have to add ES. So when you have any suffix which is starting with, if the suffix is starting with I, when a word ends in a consonant, Y, followed by Y, there has to be a consonant, like in the word happy, and followed by Y. And then if you have to add any suffix, then this Y is removed and I comes. So it is only when you have a consonant, like in the word baby, B is a consonant. In happy, P is a consonant. So consonant Y plus suffix, then Y will be taken and I will come. Ma'am, many question exam. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah. Now, when a word ends in a vowel followed by Y, the Y usually remains unchanged. But so, sixth and seventh point, sixth point says, if you have a consonant and then you have Y, then you will remove Y and you will put I before adding a suffix. But in the seventh point, if it is not a consonant, instead of consonant, if we have a vowel, okay, and then you have, after the vowel, you have Y, then you simply add the suffix without removing Y. Okay, so a vowel, because this becomes a vowel team and you cannot separate the vowel team. Okay, you cannot separate the vowel team. So that is why it will not, Y will be there and the suffix will come as it is, whether it is ing, whether it is only S. Okay. Now, the next rule says, when a word ends in LE, we have yesterday done that LE gives al sound. That's a schwa, l sound. So we know that E will be silent. Okay. And you always have to remember what? It is a schwa sound. And because it is a schwa sound, so that will be a separate syllable because that's a vowel sound. So how are you going to syllabicate the word table? Can you write in the chat box? Table. If you have to divide the word into syllables, table. Yes. Harsha is correct. Now, Harsha, who will tell me that why we have divided after A? Why we are dividing like this? You can write in the chat box. So the second syllable is actually B-U-H-L, bull. B-ul. That's a schwa sound. Now the schwa sound will always take the consonant. It will be closed. Schwa sound will be closed. Yes. So LE takes the consonant. Always the schwa sound will take the consonant. It will not start with a vowel sound. Okay. And that is why, because B has come with the schwa, so now A is left open. And when A is left open, so it is A, the long sound, and not table. We don't say table. अगर हम table बोलते तो क्या होता? हम अगर टेबल बोलते तो ये बी को डबल होना पड़ता। क्यों होना पड़ता? क्योंकि एक बी तो एल ई लेकर ही जाता अपने साथ। एल ई को एक बी अपने साथ लेना पड़ता और फिर वो हो जाता टैब, क्योंकि वो सीवीसी क्लोज्ड एंडेड है, राइट। बट वो टेबल नहीं है, वो टेबल है, क्योंकि हमारे पास टू बीज नहीं है। सो हमने वो बी, we have given this b to le, and so t a remains open, and when it is open it is a long sound and not the schwa sound, right? Okay. Now the ninth point, where words ending in ck usually have a short sound. We know that truck rule we have done. TCH we have done, defender, TCH. Two consonants are side by side in a word, they are usually blended together. When two consonants are side by side, what is side by side? That means consonant blends. That is consonant blends. So, stir, fleur, cr. You cannot split them in the syllabication. They will always come together, right? Then this 12th one, who will tell me which is this rule? What is the name of this rule, 12th and 13th? Can you type in the chat box? Yes, soft C and soft G we have done. 14th rule says whenever you have PH, now PH are derived words, they are not English words, but the good thing is that PH doesn't make any other sound. So in reading, the child will not have any problem. Why? Because when you read P and H together, it is always going to be sound. Okay. So in reading, you will not get confused. If it is written elephant, you know that P followed by H is always F. So reading will not be a problem. Yes, in writing, when you say elephant, then the child can think either F or PH. And for that reason, when you do this elephant, you need to tell them that it is not the English word. It is taken from some other language and PH is there, which is giving sound. If it was an English word, how would this word be? Elephant. But it is not elephant, but it is elephant. So that's why we use PH. This is how you will talk to the child so that he remembers while writing the word. Okay. Now, there are some silent words. So, whenever you have KN coming together, KN coming together, K is silent. So, in the word knee, knife, knock. Can you give me more examples of this? Aditi, PH will always give sound of letter F. PH will always give the sound of letter F. They are derived words. Okay. Yes. So KN in a word where you have KN, then K is silent. Okay. Now WR. So WR, W will be silent. In the words having WR, W is silent. So can you write examples of WR in the chat box? Yes. Very good. So when you have WR, then W will be silent. Then point number 17. Yesterday we have done when you have GH, yesterday only we have done when you have GH, it can have many sounds. It can have g sound as in ghost, or it can be a silent like IGH word, or it can give the sound of letter F as in enough. Okay. So let's take the first example, the first possibility. So can you give any other word where you have GH giving the sound of letter F? Is there any other word where GH is giving sound of letter F? Like in enough, tough, cough, yes. So you can always say that it's a tetragraph. OUGH is a tetragraph, rough. Yes. So OUGH is a tetragraph, 4 letters giving one sound. It's a tetragraph. Okay. Now, whenever you have TION, it always gives shun sound. Okay. Mostly it's all TION makes shun sound. Like in nation, station, action. Okay. Here also you can see that how will you syllabicate nation? How will you syllabicate nation? So you can easily find out that ne is a long sound. So ne plus shun. Whereas action, is a short sound. Why? Because after A, we have the consonant C there. Yes. So when you have A and then you have a consonant, then it will be as an apple, short sound. Okay. TURE makes chur sound. Adventure, picture, feature. Can you write some more examples of chur sound? TURE. Yes, fracture, feature, mixture, culture. So it's going to be fun when you do it like this and not putting any kind of pressure. Just ask the kids chur words and they'll give you all these words: capture, furniture. Let's do TURE words today. So chur words: feature. Think of more words. There are many words. Chur words. Yes, culture. Signature. Very good. So you can make them play games and you can give points. Miniature. Very good. See, you all are coming up with new words. Okay. Future. Very good. Lecture, creature, adventure. Very good. Okay. Sculpture. Good. Okay. In the next rule, there's a mistake. It's not TURE, it's SURE. Now, why this SURE is giving zr sound? Can anybody tell me? SURE is making zr sound. Why? This SURE is making zr sound. When will it happen? When S is surrounded by vowels, that means after S is there's a vowel and before S is also a vowel. Like in the word measure, you have A, In the word pleasure, you have A. In the word treasure, you have A. So S gives the sound of letter Z and H, that is, J sound comes from S if it is surrounded by, it means both the sides it has vowel. So S is surrounded by vowels, then it gives the sound of J. So that's why it's measure, pleasure, treasure. Can you give more examples? Yes, before and after. Can you give examples of J sound, S-U-R? Yes, leisure. S, letter S, when you have exposure, yes. Letter S, when it has vowel before it also and after it also, then it gives the sound of letter Z. Okay. Now, can anyone think that why it is not, why the word pressure does not have j sound? Who can tell why the word pressure does not have j sound? Who will write in the chat box? The word pressure. There are two vowels, no? What is the reason? What is the spelling of pressure? Write in the chat box. So you are having two S. So the one S is not surrounded by vowels because one S is there. If you take the first S, then it has a consonant after S. If you take the second S, then it has a consonant letter S before it. So if there was a single S, then it would have been J sound. But because there are two S, so that protects, and that's why it doesn't change to J sound. Okay. When CH appears in a word, this we have done, that CH can be ch sound, CH can be k sound, CH can be sh sound. So it depends on the origin of the word. Okay, French words, they have sh. So chef is a French word. When DG, so defender DG we have done. When T comes before ION in a word, it is usually pronounced as shun. So we know this. We have done station, nation, action. We have done this. Now, when S or C comes before EI or Y, it usually represents soft. Okay, this rule is being repeated. Yes. S or C comes before soft C sound. We have done this. PH. When PH appears in a word, it can represent the sound pharmacy, phone, elephant. This is again a mistake. There will be F, not A. So 24th and 25th, we don't have to do. We have done this. Okay. S or C comes before A, O, or U. Okay. The hard sound. Yes. Post, bus. 4K, it usually represents SK, ask, desk, risk. So it is actually the reverse, so that we don't need to do. It's just that when it is hard and when it is soft, we know that AOU is hard side and EIY is the soft side. Okay. Now, when A comes before U, it gives O sound. As in autumn, can you give more examples? AU makes O sound that we have done in 42 sounds. Can you give more examples? So A becomes O when it has U. Yes, August. Yes, augmentation, autism, automatically, autumn, author, Australia. So it is one of the basic 42 sounds, but assuming that the children who have not done Jolly Phonics and they are in suppose grade 5, grade 6, and then they get confused, then you can say that it is a vowel team. AU is a vowel team which gives you O sound. Okay. OU will give OW sound. OU will give OW sound. OW will give OW sound. Now, OW is one such alternative which has two sounds. It has OW sound also, and it has O sound also. Can you give me two examples? One for O sound and one for OW sound. Can you give examples? Yes. Okay. We know that OI sound will have OI, but if it is coming at the end of any word, then it will be OY. Okay. Now, ear sound is a trigraph. EAR is a trigraph. That means it is one sound. We will consider it as one sound. Okay. Aditi, there is no other way than practice. Because what we are telling the students is that there are alternative spellings. The same sound can come from the different combinations. Okay. So we will tell them that they are the alternatives. So ear word, you can see that ear sound can come from EAR also. Okay. Ear sound can come from double ER also. Okay. So what are the examples? Can you write some examples of ear words in the chat box? More examples I want. Ear is a trigraph. So this is trigraph. We can say they are homophones. They have the same sound but different spellings. Okay. Same sound but different spellings. So it can be EAR or double ER. Yes. Yes. So we need to make the children practice this by making a column and asking them to write the EAR words in one column and EER words in one column. So they'll start writing the words, and that's how they will understand that both of them are giving the same sound, being the homophones. Okay. Yes. IGH we have done. IGH is again a trigraph which makes I sound, and we say that GH is a ghost and it disappears. So it is silent and only I says I. Okay. So IGH will always have. So this is something very easy for the child to remember, that when you find IGH, there is no other sound, but it is only I sound. IGH can never give any other sound. IGH will always be I, because it is always going to be a trigraph where GH is always silent. Okay. Then you have EW words. Okay. New, few, chew. Okay. Now, W always, most of the times comes at the end of the word, or we have done before L, N, or D. So mostly you'll find that when you have this U sound coming towards the end of a word, you will find a W. Okay. Especially in the short words. If the word is a short word and you have U sound coming, at the end of the word, it is W and not UE. Okay. For the longer words, you will have UE like statue. Okay. AU gives O sound. AW appears in a word, it usually represents O sound. So AU also gives O sound. AU will also give O sound. And AW will also give O sound. Okay. Now, mostly what you will find is AW coming towards the end. And in the beginning, if it is the starting of the word, then it will never be, it will mostly be AU. And very rarely it will be AW, like in the word awesome, it is AW. Otherwise, you will find AU. Okay. I think there is some mistake here. This has been repeated. Okay, we have to start from this. QU. Quer. Okay. So QU is actually quer sound. You will never find a Q without U. So they are best friends. They'll always be together. Okay, they'll always be together. Okay. You will not have Q followed by any other letter. It will always be U. Can you type more words in the chat box? Q words. Yes. Okay. Yes. So we'll be doing the remaining rules tomorrow. But before that, today what you have to do is, I'm going to show you something. Yes. What are alphabetic codes in English? These are very, very important alphabetic codes. Because rules, how many rules you teach, it will be less. It's very difficult to teach 100 rules to a small child. But if you teach them alternative alphabetic codes, that is going to help the child a lot. Okay. Now, this is the alphabetic code which says that every sound can have alternative spellings, and this we progress. We teach the child from basic to advanced. Okay. So initially the green ones, we teach them as 42 sounds, which we are doing in Jolly Phonics. Okay. The pink ones are done in advanced phonics, that is level 2 and 3. And the white ones are taken in Jolly grammar. Now you can see that S giving sound, then we know that soft C rule is there. And then we know that E is silent. And then these are taken as silent words. Castle, so you can say that ST, T will be silent. In PS, P will be silent. So can you give me words like castle and psalm, where in ST, T is silent and PS, P is silent? Find out words, and we are taking 5 minutes break. Okay. So find out these words. Okay. So I think everyone is here. Yes. Okay, great. Now we'll play some games here. Okay. What you have to do is you have to make a silly sentence from these words. You have to make a silly sentence. Type in the chat box. You can put any word of your choice. For example, like in the word cycle, you have, if you don't want cycle, you can take cylinder. Means this should be same. CY should be there. One word with CI. Okay. So make a silly sentence with words having the sound is coming, but the sound is coming from different alternative spellings. Please write in the chat box. Any silly sentence. I'll give points. Hurry up. You have to make a sentence using these words, or you can use any other word having the same alternative spelling. Okay, if you are not able to place all of these words, then at least take 4 or 5 words. Minimum 4 words should be there in your sentence. 4 or 5 words at least. No. All the alternatives should be there. Try, you can. Yes, very good, Bubbly. Sun City has faced cyclone. Very good. Sun is watching cinema on cycle. Very good, Neelam. Try to put more words having the sound, but which is coming with different alternatives. So this is actually even more helpful for the children rather than learning so many spelling rules. Sunny went to cinema with his favorite scent bouncing on the cycle. Very good. Very good. Very good, Nidhi. If I have missed anyone's sentence, then you can write it again or just raise your hand. Okay. Now the interesting part is here we can say that this sound is the sweetest sound which has no other alternative. So if you have to say it can come only from letter A. Now I want a silly sentence for the letter T. We know when we use ed as t. Now whenever you have B and T, B is silent. When you have TE, E is silent. When you have double TE, then also E is silent. And in very few words, TH, H becomes silent. So make a silly sentence. Okay, let me read the sentences. 10 rabbits hopped outside the castle to clear the dead. Very good. See, this way the children will remember all the alternative spellings and they'll learn these spellings as well. 10 mouse hopped on the moon while listening the cassette. The depth of the ocean is very deep. 10 is playing cassette, wasting the time. Very good. All of you. 10 rhyme hopped into waste cassette. Cassette. Don't waste paper. Okay. VC cycle is nearby cassette. Great. So is it not fun? If it is fun, please write fun in the chat box. And also the easiest way, especially for children who are in grade 4 and above. Super fun. Wow. Great. Okay, cool. So now, the children will love to see, oh my God, P cannot be. Now the sound P, you cannot have from any other combination. So that's really amazing. But the sound of letter N can come from, we have just now done K and we have done G, and where G gets silent. G is silent. And we have done this where P is silent. And E to bichara mostly at the end is silent only. So these are the ways where you can have the sound of letter N. So I am waiting for the silly sentence. Okay, let us read the sentences. The cat came to know that the elephant was in the net. Okay. Try to use more alternatives. Don't you know she has booked movie tickets for today? I want you to use more. Nat bought pneumonia and gone to net. Very good, Neelam. Um, I don't know how to put net. Try to use more. Don't you know she has booked? Okay. I know a man who had gone to meet his mom. I know the Nat gone through pneumonia because of the net. Very good. Let's all clap for Bindu. Very good. Naughty Norm knows pneumonia is gone. Very good. Amazing. I know the Nat gone through pneumonia because of the net. You can change the words also. You just have to use the same alternative, like GN should be there, and you can have any other word. PN should be there, but there can be any other word also. So let us make it a little more complicated and more fun. So in this, you cannot use these words. You cannot use these words, but you have to use the alternative CK, CH, QU, QUE, at least minimum 4 words having these alternative spellings. You have to make a silly sentence, but think of some other word and not the word which is shown here. I'm giving 2 minutes. Very good, Varsha. Doctor know how. Nat pneumonia gone. Okay. Try making a sentence. Okay. Cup kicked the ball and the candle catched it. The kite is beautiful. Try to use more k in your sentence. There should be k, but with other combinations and not just only K or not just only C or not just only C and K or not just only QU. So you have to try to use more and more alternatives. I'm waiting. Make it fast. Can and cap packed in kitchen bag. Can and cap packed in kitchen bag in chemistry lab. Very good. Boy had the cow walk while studying chemistry back home. Carol kicked the colorful cactus, causing the quirky queen to quack. Very good. Very good, Harsha. Carol kicked the colorful. Okay, the cat, kitten, and the duck concur into conversation and later went. Okay. So you have taken the same words, but that then also it's great. Cat rescued chicken and cow quit from different places. Very good. Archana. Cat rescue kitten quickly. Okay. Cow kisses chicks on Christmas to reconquer. Very good, Bindu. Great. Yeah. So this is so much of fun and children will be more creative also. So it's going to help them for their comprehension skills as well and learning the spelling part as well. Okay. You have done Jolly Grammar. All of you have done Jolly Grammar. So even you can take parts of speech when you can ask the students to underline the sentence, the words of the sentence with respective colors. So you can do so many things with the same activity. Here the children can underline naming words with black, verbs with red, prepositions with green. Okay, that way. So children will fall in love with English, especially the spellings and the grammar part. If you teach through Jolly method, right? What do you think? Say yes if you think so. Write yes if you think so. Amazing. Okay. I wish we could have also learned through these things, you know. Our days, English classes wouldn't have been so boring. Right? Okay. Great. So I think this is too much for today. I will share this PDF or you can just, let me give you the link of this. Wait a minute. So this is the link I'm writing in the chat box. Please copy this link, everyone. And you can download from here. Okay. I have shared the link of this page. And from here, you can download the free PDF. Okay. And try making these sentences with your students. They will have a lot of fun and that would be a fun learning. So is there any doubt, anyone? Please raise your hand if you have any doubts.